Are you guys wondering why you're seeing an empty cattle ranch? Yes, that is the same question I am asking myself as well, because I have failed. I have failed you guys, and I have failed myself, and I'm very frustrated. And that is why I want to share this with you, because this is why this channel exists. This is why I do this, because I want to share with you guys my mistakes. I want to share with you guys what is not working for me, so that you guys can build on that and succeed in agriculture in Africa. And that's why today I want to share with you why I am actually considering quitting cattle farming and why I think I have failed. Before I go into detail, let me give you guys a little background of why this whole thing started. So a couple of years back, I have a school here in this community, and it's quite a big school, seeing about 600 students, right? So a couple of years ago, I came back from the States and realized that the feed that we were giving to the children wasn't rich enough. There was no protein because meat is so expensive in Ghana, and we all know it. So I decided to buy myself a cow to feed the school. So we bought a whole big cow, and we paid about 4,000 or 5,000 for that cow. So I was like, wow. And the school actually fed on that cow for just one term. So I was like, I can keep on buying cows every term for the school. So I decided to start a cattle farm that I can use to feed the school. But when I started researching about cattle farm, first of all, there was nothing out there online for me to Google or check. Everything was outside, you know. And then when I asked more people questions about it, I realized that the cattle business is not tapped. We've left it, you know, for illiterate, our fathers and fathers who doesn't have enough technology or knowledge about how to do modernized farming. So it was something that I was like, no, this needs to change. So I took it upon myself to do something that is different, to try the intensive way of farming in Africa, right? So I went to the States, went to Mexico. You guys know the story, goes on, and started a cattle farm. It has been running very well till now. And why till now? And what are some of the mistakes that I did that I need to change? The first mistake that I did is I think I started too big. I started way too big, right? I always tell you guys, always start small, start small. And this is an honest video of why I always tell you guys to start small. I started a cattle farm with more than 50 cows and about maybe three bulls. Guys, 60 cows. And all the cows that I bought were all matured cows. They had given birth to either one or two. So they were all, most of them came pregnant. When I started my cattle farm that same year, I had 16 calves. I had no knowledge of how to rear cows. I was traveling and learning. The crazy thing is, even when I go to the US to learn, what I learned there cannot be applied here because I don't have those sorts of raw materials in Ghana. So I was basically trying to figure everything myself. I brought the grass, I planted it, I was harvesting, feeding, dry season, harvesting, feeding. But they grow too fast. This year, as I'm talking to you now, we are in May, and I already have more than 30 calves. More than 30 cows gave birth already, and we are in May. So the livestock grew bigger than I can actually take care of. Therefore, all the feed that we had planned for the dry season had finished. It finished before the time I have anticipated. So that is a big problem, because without dry feed, which is the hay from the brachyra grass, for me to feed the livestock, there's nothing for me. So for the first time, guys, my cows are having to step out of the ranch to go and feed. And to me, that is a failure. To me, I failed. I started too big, and that is my problem. I know most of you are watching me, want to start a farm project, and you think you don't have enough money, you think you don't have enough land. Look at this mistake and learn from it. Whatever you have, whether it's in a backyard, whether it's an extra plot, whether it's a small land in front of your father's house, use that to learn. And as you learn, you will be able to expand. Don't make the mistake that I made, because I never intended for my cows to step a foot out of this ranch. But for today, these cows are going out to feed, because you look at my warehouse and I have no hay to feed them. You guys already know what has happened to my brachiaria grass. They are gone. It's gonna take me some time before it grows back again. Till that time comes, I have no source of feed. I've tried cassava peels. Cassava peels are not enough. I have the tricycle. I've also made a video about the 3 tools you need at your farm. One of them is the tricycle. It goes to town, pick cassava leaves and brings it. But that is not enough to feed the number of cows that I have. I've been forced now to actually divide my cows into about 3 or 4. I have some already in the 100 acres of land, but still these guys, I still have no feed for them, and therefore they need to step out and graze. Good enough, we've been able to allocate spots where we know there are grass that they can just go there and feed for a while without going to people's farm or going to the refuse dump. That is not happening yet, but I feel like this is sort of we are taking the small step towards that direction, and I don't want to wait for that to happen. And that is why I am considering either selling off my cows, or just either to another breeder or to the butcher guys, because I cannot have them grazing around. I am too exposed, I am too knowledgeable, and I am too aware and conscious of the risk involved in random grazing. And therefore I don't want that to happen, and I don't want to do that. And that is why I am considering again insolvent. So if you guys have a solution for me, write in the comments below and I'll be very happy. My grass is bent, I have no storage for them, and therefore there is nothing that I feel like I can do. Don't go into this. Don't repeat this mistake. And this brings me, my team and I, we've actually put together 5 things that you guys need to consider before you go into farming, and I think it is gonna help you guys. I wish somebody had told me that. I have linked that to this website. Go to www.farminginafrica/mistake. Go there, you will see this PDF. Click on download. You can download it and share it with your farm managers. Think about it yourself, read it yourself, and this is just a freebie, me telling you what I wish I knew, and mistakes like this, so that you guys don't have to repeat them. So this is what I have, guys. I think my plan now is, with a little grass that I have left, focus on the goats and be able to have enough food for them. Cows eat a lot, and to have that many cows and keeping them inside, it's not easy, guys. It is not an easy job at all. So I'm gonna bring you guys definitely another video. I'm gonna start talking to people. I know a lot of people who have reached out to me wanting cows and so on. So I'm gonna start talking to people. Even if I'm not gonna sell all of them off, at least I want to reduce them to maybe 50, 60 maybe, or even less if I can, and be able to focus and do the right thing. I know that this month I'm focusing on planting the whole 100 acre with brachiaria grass. If that has been successful, then yes, I will have feed for these guys, but that is still in progress. I think I have about only maybe 10-20 acres of grass, and that is still not enough to feed these guys, right? So this is what it is, and I advise you guys, whatever that you're doing, whether it's a poultry farm, goat farming, cattle farming, fish farming, take your time and learn. Take it a step after the other and learn, so that you don't end up in a situation like this. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you want to ask me any question, go ahead and schedule some time with me, or contact us on the WhatsApp number below, or come to the Agro Store. The Agro Store is open in Achimota, opposite the DVLA. Pass by and hang out with us. We have everything from feed, tools, everything that I use here at the farm. We have more goods coming from Italy, the US as well, and I'm very excited for that. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Stay tuned, and I'll come again next week.